The emphasis is on the subject of energy saving. We all know that if we consume less, we pay less to the provider of energy, and of course, by consuming less energy, we are emitting a lot less CO2 in the atmosphere, and therefore less pollution. So, what options do we have to provide you with energy saving? Some of them are electrical, others are mechanical. But the main feature which we can offer you is a variable speed drive, which is also known as an inverter driver. This will regulate the frequency of the electric power supply. Therefore, also the main compressor motor will operate at a variable speed, and thus also the compressor at a variable speed. In the graph, you can see here a comparison between two different installations. The blue curve shows you the operation of a compressor with an on-off situation. Ideally, this is not the best solution, because even at an idle stage, as you can see here, we have a 20% of power consumption. During the production of production in the sense of bottle filling, we all know that the need can be to move from a 500 milliliter up to a 1,500 or a 2,000 milliliter bottle. Therefore, it varies in the time. And here you can see from the green curve the demand required by the blow molding machine at different quantity of flow. The VSD properly tuned and programmed will follow this curve, therefore giving you some advantages. The main advantage, and one of the better ones, is also the fact that it will prevent the power surge as the motor is started, therefore giving you the same effect as a soft start. As I said, the line flow, by line we mean the flow rate on the blow molding line, is automatically adjusted. The operation is continuous and no longer intermittent. I mean, you can all understand that these steps here are most definitely energy consuming. I like to look at this as a cross-country runner who has to run up and down hills. It is much easier to run on a I would say, a thinly flat surface. You consume less energy. And of course, the other advantage is that the regulation of the speed is continuous, and it gives us the possibility to move between a percentage of 30 and 100% of the flow rate. Okay, we move on to another option. This option is a mechanical option, where through a device which is called a 0-50-100% step regulator, we can regulate the flow by acting on the valves. Okay, it is a valve unloader mechanism which will work on your suction valve. Therefore, you will be only employing the half of the chamber in the cylinder. You can see it by this blue arrow, which is the inlet of the air. This is the area where the air will be compressed, and the outflow. Therefore, at this stage here, with this by means of pneumatic and valve unloaders, we obtain a flow rate which is 50% of the nominal value. So specifically meaning, if you have a unit which is having a nominal flow rate flow rate of 1,200 cubic meters per hour, you are looking at 600 cubic meters per hour. Of course, vice versa, if you want the requirement is the full load, 100% operation, the valve unloader will be deactivated and giving you 100% flow. We saw the advantages, the automatic reduction of the flow rate, and of course, electrical consumption, reduction of the number of control valves and increased the reliability of the compressor, and the optimization of the flow rate as requested by the function. Combining this option together with the previous option of the VSD, you will have a solution which will give you further possibilities of modulating the flow rate in the compressor. Thus, we are looking at, I spoke before of a 30% minimum flow rate with the step regulator installed combined with the VSD, we are talking about 15%, therefore giving a considerable energy saving. Early on, Davide mentioned something about a energy saving package. In this pack, in the past, we have been offering to our customers the possibility to have an energy audit, but because now the emphasis is ever growing some more in today's world, this energy audit we are emphasizing as much as possible on this to provide our customers with accurate analysis of energy consumption of the compressor room. And of course, subsequent to this energy audit, we can provide you with proposals to improve, which are made up of a control panel, okay, or a control panel plus a VSD. VSD, as you can see, keeps appearing in our main objective as option. The control panel can manage up to 8 compressors simultaneously. It constantly calculates the total compressed flow rate, and it will adapt the compressors to work to the requested changes in real time, therefore giving you the possibility to monitor all this on your screen and also to intervene on the different compressors. Here we have shown you our maximum capacity of the compressor room. Okay, so energy saving gives us different options. This is always focused on optimizing consumption. So the energy saving pack, it gives you flexibility and saving with respect to different bottle volumes in production. And this we know can help the end user to time to market with his product, and increased flow with the same energy consumption. Okay, easy management system. It is not a complicated system to operate. It gives you also improved reliability, which means if you rotate the use of the compressors in your compressor room, you have less wear thanks to less idle operation. Less maintenance, reduction of the management costs, and a guarantee of optimal use of all installed compressors. The VSD investment is, we like to define it as a quick payback time. And typically, we have noticed in our calculations that the payback time on the initial investment to profit for the end user or the customer who is invested on this device is around about 1.2 years, so slightly more than 1 year. So Vito Next is in constant evolution, and here we come to some mechanical improvements that have been mentioned to you before. We are now employing cylinders with improved materials, so fully resistant to corrosion, which when compared with protective coating treatment currently in use allows two major points. An extension of the service life of the compressor, an extension of the duration of the wear parts in contact with the cylinders. So specifically, we focused on the consumption and wear of piston rings and rider rings. This improvement of the resistance to corrosion, together with the optimally balanced masses, gives us I would say, we are very proud to announce it as well, that the mean time between maintenance is 8,000 hours of continuous operation. Of course, it is a mechanical machine, and at around about 4,000 hours, the machine requires a visual check, but that means a check on air filters, oil filters, normal maintenance, which we all do with our automobiles. Okay, we also spoke about ergonomics early on, and this means that Vito offers you also, Vito Next offers you a simple and economical maintenance approach, which means quick interventions. The system downtime has a maximum of 2 days after 8,000 hours of continuous operation, which you can understand is minimal. This is because ergonomically designed to allow technicians to intervene both on the motor side of the unit, which is the one I'm showing you now, and on the transmission side. So the access to the parts is very simple and easy. The maintenance space around the compressor is not more than 1 meter. And okay, the compressor is not to be, how can I say, misled to the fact that you can monitor, and it is designed to be connected with a remote control system in line with the Industry 4.0. Okay, going on with the evolution of Vito Next, Davide introduced in the beginning 2 new optional features to enhance the performance of Vito Next. This is the low noise package. We have achieved this by researching on the market and found a filter silencer unit at the suction of the inlet of the compressor. The filter, besides filtering the air, has also a silencer internally to the filter, which has reduced considerably the noise level. This is important in environments where you have very restricted noise limits. The other evolution and the new option that we provide with Vito Next is the stability of the compressor, so no vibration. This has been achieved by making a more robust base of the skid, and we've increased the number of anti-vibration elements, resulting in the fact that we have been able to install a compressor at elevated floors, as you can see here in the illustration. Okay, this is my side of the story. I give the floor to Giovanni, who will go into more details of the applications.